So we are going to start our group discussion in your spoken English class. The topic is a teacher should have a creative mind.
So, good evening, everyone. I strongly believe that a good teacher should always have a creative mind. So, let me explain it in my opinion. At first, what is a good teacher? We all know that a teacher is who teaches us subjects and makes us educated about topics. But what is good teacher? A good teacher is uh, who can explain complex things in a easy way. Maybe that is very much hard to understand for all the students, but a good teacher is always someone who can explain that hardest thing to all the students equally. So to become a good teacher, a good teacher should know the every inch of the subject so that he can think out of the box. Without thinking out of the box, it is not possible for anyone to make any creative way to teach a student. When you are making a creative way so that the student are getting interest to learn that subject, making being creative is doesn't mean you have to do some practical things. Being creative also means that you find out new ways so that your student does not get bored on a topic what he or she is reading on a daily basis. Being creative, a teacher needs to encourage a student so that every student, the student might be a backbencher also, every student get interest to come to you daily to learn something new. We can see often that students are getting bored of a subject. It is normal for a student to get bored of a subject when they are reading it on a daily basis and the same thing they are revising and recapping again and again. So, our duty of one of the duty of a good teacher should always be to encourage his students so that student get interested to come to him daily and the student think that if I go there today I might get to know or get to learn something new. So this impact on a student is very much greater than making them educated. No, always the bookish syllabus is not everything. We should also need to know out of the book, and there are lots of things that is lots of interesting thing out of the book that can encourage the student to come and to make them read every day, and the subject can be more interesting in this way to the student. So this is why as teacher should always have a creative mind so that he can encourage his student to learn and revise the subject on a daily basis. Thank you.
So yeah, I agree with this topic that a teacher should have a creative mind. So as we can see, there are so many teachers in our society, but a teacher should be creative. Like why a student will get interest in the study. The teacher always should think out of the box. Like not only depend on bookish knowledge. There are so many things behind the book, and the learning process should be relevant to the current scenario. The student will get more encouragement and more inspiration from that. By teaching exceptionally, the student will get interest that if I will go, like I have always learn from you always that don't just depend on bookish knowledge and make the learning process as a play. It will get you interest in it. So when I am reading or studying English, I get those lines into my mind that I should take it as a playing. Just I am playing and I am learning English. So the teacher always should teach the students in a creative mind that don't take the study process in a serious way, but study with love.
Yes, I totally agree with this topic. Being a teacher is a very challenging profession. In every teacher's life, they face a lot of problems uh, on the time of explaining something because they get different kind of students in their classrooms, and it is very difficult to make them understand something properly. It's easy to make them understand for the fast benchers, but it is very tough to make them understand who are sitting in the last bench, because in the last bench they are every time thinking about the other things out of the classroom. So it is very difficult for the teacher to make them understand about it. And when the teacher is able to understand all the things to the last benchers, then I think the teacher is totally able to explain all the things in front of the students. And it is very tough to understand that what the students are thinking, because in our childhood uh, we we got a lot of books, and on the time of reading the books we found pictures in the right side of our story, and through that stories it explains the most of the meaning of this story. And it is also a creative idea for learning and to explaining the story, and it is also invented by the teacher. And every teacher need to invent their own explaining uh, explaining methods to make the students understand about their topics. So if you are thinking about to being a teacher, then you have to be creative.
Good evening, everyone. Sarah has already given us the topic. The topic is teacher should be teacher should have a creative mind. So I agree with this topic because a creative mind can make a difference between teachers. Now the question is what differs the teacher who is uh, having a creative mind from others. Our teacher who is creative holds the power to control their emotion, because when they are teaching or telling a student something, he should be able to control his anger or patience, because without patience he will frequently get disturbed by things surrounding him, and he will also be distracted. So if he doesn't hold the patience within himself, it will be very difficult for him to make the students understand about some typical concepts. And also when a teacher gets angry, he should not shout on his students. It makes a huge gap between the student and the teacher. He have to hold the power. He have to hold it back himself, and that's how he can create a friendly relationship with the student. And if he does such with his creative mind, it will make he will make himself proud, and he will be always a teacher who is who will be renowned. And also teachers should know other ways to make the students learn about new things, because the students sometimes get bored, like as Srijita mentioned before, and also students neglect their studies very much. So in that case, if teachers finds out a new plan or a new creative idea, then if we use it among the students, it can be a riddle, it can be a poem by which the students can remember all the things, and through such little things, the students will be well mannered and will be well satisfied with their studies, and the students will also respect the teacher for his creative mind.
So every teacher should have a creative mind because we know that creativity makes the learning more engaging and more enjoyable for the students. Uh, when a teacher thinks outside of the box, the teacher can able to design the interesting lessons and subjects impressively that captures the students' attention. A creative teacher always use different types of methods such as games, then pictures, diagrams, stories, real life examples, hand-on activities, etc. to make the complex subjects more easier to understand for the students. And this approach is very helpful for the students those are very weak to understand that complex subject, and this approach inspire them and make them to stay more motivated and more excited about their learning. Creativity also allows the teacher to adapt different types of teaching skills and styles and different types of learning skills and styles according to their need, and ensure that each student has the best chance and best possibility to be successful in their life according to their passion. So ultimately, a creative teacher always inspired the other students to think they are learning imaginatively and embrace their own creativity. That's all.
Definitely, a teacher should have a creative mind. In spite of having same degree, all teachers are not good to the student because it is the duty of of a good teacher to match the frequency with the student. Student should be friend of the teachers, or teacher should be friend of all the students. Sometimes when the teacher is teaching, if he or she finds some students are not following him or her, he should stop explaining, and from going out of the specific subject, he should attract the student first by telling so many other things outside book. That may be funny thing, that may be other thing, to attract the attention, not by rebuking, not by scolding the students. Because if students are not interested, a teacher never will be able to make the student understand. Even if she beat or scold, it is not possible. Everything is written in the book. And if I tell you, there are so many reference books, so many notes books. If what is written in the book is sufficient to the student, then why students would come to the teacher? Definitely, teacher would not read the text from the book and tell what is written here. Teacher It is the duty of the teacher to make the student understand in such a way, giving so many funny examples, matching the text, to draw the attention of the student. You know, in my class, I am guiding the English in grammar. It is written in the book. So if I tell like this way, then they will be bored. So I have to invent such a method to so that students can get the grammar lesson very easily. And in my English class, I am playing with the students so many games. Nowadays, class 5, 6 students are very much attracted in it. They are finishing their study with concentration so early, as early as possible, so that there will be some extra time to play game. So what is the game? In playful way, I am teaching them vocabulary. I am telling them, I am asking them to spell any word. I am telling them that you will get prize, you will get excellent, and after that, at the end of the year, you will count the total excellent and you will get some gift. Why I am doing this? I am doing this to encourage them and to draw the attention of the student. I am trying my hard. And I am telling you to write 6 sentences in your own. And if it is grammatically correct, you will get excellent. They are trying their best. And in this way, I have got good result. They are very much learning how to write the English in their own English. Whereas while the students are getting admission in FTH, class 8, 9, 10, most of them do not know how to write in their own way. In other places, they have learned to memorize. The sir is giving the note and they are memorizing. So if they memorize, they will not learn how to write in own English. So to draw their attention, to encourage them, I am doing so many things. I am telling so many jokes. Why I am telling? To draw the attention. And I am thinking every day at night, after the end of the day, how to invent the other way so that I can draw the attention of the fickle-minded student. Because nowadays students are very fickle-minded. Within a fraction of a second, they are going to other places. They are discussing it. If I am not able to invent such new method, creative method, they will not be attracted, and I will rebuke them, and I will upset, and total environment will be beaten. So a teacher should always try to invent new creative way to make the student understand the same thing. Same thing in case of mathematics, in case of science, in each and every subject, teachers should invent the new method. And those who are able to create the new method, they will be called the creative teacher. And nowadays, a creative teacher is very much good to the student.